Whey protein versus whey protein isolate. Which one's more cost effective? Which one do you get more of the protein from? Which one is really, really better on your gut health? And which one will actually help you reach your goals? So stay tuned in this video. We're going to hit those topics and more. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Scott, your favorite meathead firefighter. Firefighter for over 20 years. I've been a meathead for around 25 years. I have worked in just about every nutrition store you can possibly think of. I've taken about every supplement that has ever come out on the market. Did all this just to try to get bigger, faster, stronger, more ripped, all that good stuff. So in my 25 years of experience, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on the stuff that I have figured out. Supplements, what are they? Well, they're exactly what they said. They supplement what you can't get or what you're not getting in your diet. So one of the main things we're going to talk about today is protein. So in protein, you've got different types of protein, but the main ones we're going to talk about today is whey protein and whey protein isolate. What's the difference? Is whey protein isolate worth the amount of money that you got to spend for a 2-pound jug versus you can get a 5-pound jug or whatever they come in now, 4-pound jug of whey protein? So is the ones at Walmart just as good as the ones at GNC? So this is what I have figured out over the course of my 25 years doing this. They're not all the same. Okay. So whey isolate is way superior than to whey protein. So when you take whey isolate, the way it is made and checked, if they do check them, whey isolate is 90% of whey isolate. So the max amount it can have is 10% of fillers and bulkers and non-caking agents and all this other stuff. Whey protein is up to 80%. I don't know how far down it goes. I think one time it says like 70% or whatever. So you could possibly be getting 30% fillers and all this stuff. Well, what does that really matter, right? Well, a little bit on the fillers. Artificial sweeteners, not all of them are the same and they have different effects on the body. I'm not against artificial sweeteners. You just have to know which type of artificial sweeteners that you're getting. So that way, if one type of protein with an artificial sweetener in it messes up your gut or has any other side effects like that, you can swap it over to maybe a kind that doesn't have it in it. All right. Some of them have added sugars, the fillers and the thickeners. All right. So this is the part to where they're putting stuff in there that your gut is not going to cooperate with. So what's going to end up happening, I'm sure many of y'all went to Walmart, y'all bought some brand. I'm not going to say the brand on YouTube, but y'all bought a brand at Walmart or somewhere, and Walmart's just carrying it. So nothing against Walmart or anything like that. Walmart's just carrying a product. Well, you take it as it says or more, or double scooping it or whatever you're going to do. And the next thing you know, you're crapping your brains out. And you can't figure out why. You're taking it like you're supposed to or whatever. So that's one problem. So the next problem is once you put that in there and all those fillers and the bulking agents and all that stuff get in your digestive tract, if you're actually eating other stuff along with it, you're not going to absorb exactly what you're supposed to absorb. It's actually hindering you from absorbing your micros and minerals and all that stuff that you should be absorbing too. So be really, really conscious of what you're buying and actually look at the ingredients that you're looking for. So what should you look for? Less is more. So the less ingredients it has in it, the better. So some of the whey protein isolates, they have 3 ingredients in them. They'll have the protein, the stevia, or natural flavors. Now, natural flavors, that could be a realm of stuff. They get away with putting a lot of stuff in when they just deem it natural flavors or whatever. But still, that's probably about the purest that you can get. So when you're looking for a protein, whey protein isolate is way superior than regular whey protein. So how should you take it? Me personally, I don't really take that many supplements anymore. I try to stick to whole foods because with whole foods, and I try to get the best whole foods you can buy, because you're still getting processed stuff or GMO stuff through that sort of stuff too, which it could be, they say, detrimental to your body. But if I was going to take it, I'd take one in the morning, I'd take one immediately after workout, and then if I was going to throw another one in, I'd take it before bed, be my last thing before bed. That's how I would take it. I would take it 3 times a day. But here's the other thing about it. With whey protein isolate, unless you're going to be a bodybuilder or something, if you're just a regular health guru, all you need to do is take 1 scoop each time you take it. If you want a little bit more calories from it, pour it in some milk, blend it up that way. If you want less calories, you're lactose intolerant, then just take it with water. That's another thing too. The whey protein itself, the difference is they take the lactose, which is basically milk sugars, out of the whey protein isolate. So people that are lactose intolerant may do better with the whey protein isolate than they will the actual whey protein. So every protein is not equal. Less is more. In my opinion, do away with the whey protein altogether and just strictly stick with whey protein isolate. And the only thing better than that is regular proteins from beef, chicken, fish, stuff like that. So if you can get your protein, the amount of protein that you want from that, my recommendation is literally like maybe a gram per pound of body weight, or maybe even 1.25 grams, something like that. But you don't need to go 2 grams or anything like that, especially if you're not, if you're 300 pounds trying to get 600 grams of protein in. That's asinine. That's just crazy. But and then another thing is, if you know when you're taking too much of it, is when you're on the toilet crapping it out all the time. So that's a good way to gauge it. But I hope this video helps. Y'all be sure to subscribe, comment, and like for the algorithm, so that way this thing will pop up more and I can generate this channel more. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Hope you got something from you. Love y'all.